What does your wife think about it?
When your wife leaves you because you're no longer making the money you were for somebody who is.
So they get low-hanging fruit first.
And that was going to be my future.
People dropped a couple articles about Paramount Law Suit. Do you know anything about it? It's like $60 million.
They want to die.
How do you sleep at night?
The adrenaline.
Somebody's doing something wrong. You feel like...
Don't want to hear you bitch.
If I don't do it, if I don't bless them out, I mean, this guy gonna run away with another 100K.
And what they're doing is they're not setting up an exit strategy. They're setting up a strategy to where we all exit.
What's your relationship with the Paramount? I understand that you're not involved yet, but you were one of the partners, or?
Yeah, it was a consulting contract that I was brought into with Paramount. Paramount used to be a very large entity.
What year was that?
2015.
That's where you moved in here. So you settled in 14 with the State Farm. In 15, you started with the Paramount on consulting.
Yes. Well, right after when I first got out of the industry, 2014, 2015.
Got out of industry.
2014, I got out.
Like retired?
I was done in the contracting side, and that's when I opened up MaxCon Software, which is our CRM software. And
is it still running in business?
Oh yes.
Okay.
Yep. We take care of clients, helping them become paperless and streamlined.
Is it out of Florida? Where's that operates?
Our data center's here. Everything is here. Our developers. I bought a development company in India, and we do our development out of India.
Okay.
And then we started Storm 911, which is our telemarketing service for storming contractors to help them grow their business. And that's the direction we started going. Well,
is that still in business?
Yes. Storm 911 is, in my opinion, one of the best telemarketing companies in the industry because we know what we're doing. We're not a telemarketing company that got into this. We're a stormer that got into a telemarketing. And that was going to be my future. I thought I was done. And I never realized how much I would miss it. The fight, the challenges, the adrenaline. I love the fight.
Especially if it's a good fight.
Yeah.
When you see something, don't you have it like when you see somebody's doing something wrong, you feel like somebody have to do something. Like people tell me all the time, why do you do your videos? Why do you do the scam alert videos? I'm like, somebody have to do it. Like when I see a marketer scamming other roofers, like stealing money, runs away, and roofers don't do anything, I'm like, if I don't do it, if I don't bless them out, I mean, this guy gonna run away with another 100K.
Yep.
Or it can be insurance job, insurance company.
Yep, I agree. It's somebody does, and the problem is that, and like in the industry, lawsuits are, that's just a part of it, and most people don't like.
What does
lawsuits.
your wife thinks about it?
She likes that I don't travel the country anymore.
Okay.
You know, when I I have 4 children. You know, I used to joke that it took me 4 kids to watch one grow. It took me to settle in Florida and get out of the industry completely to realize that I have to change the way I do business, and family has to come first.
Sure.
And I always thought I was putting family first, but I realized I was putting business first. And even today, it's something that's still hard to pay attention to or notice when you're doing it the wrong way.
So you have Paramount, you were part from 2015. My understanding, you're no longer part of it?
Yep, my contract is over with them. They used to be a large entity, and all the original partners split, and it became a shelf company.
Okay. Quick question there, just because I've seen a couple articles. I didn't read them, but I see yesterday I did a post that we're going to interview, ask questions. People dropped a couple articles about Paramount Law Suit. Do you know anything about it? It's like $60 million, something about Paramount, very recent.
See, we do, down here, what Paramount does is they do the assignment of claim.
Okay.
And
yep.
once you get in, when a property is first in need, of course, they're going to give you the claim. Then once they start seeing millions and millions and millions of dollars, I think the property that you're talking about is a hotel in Ormond Beach that we settled for $7.1 million when it was all said and done. And the property wanted to make money, and of course we said no, this is not a money-making opportunity for you. This is a restoration. They did bring an attorney involved, spent a ton of money on attorneys. We ended up settling it out, and we paid them for the job, portions of the job that we didn't do.
Is it Ormond Heritage, $66 million hurricane
Ormond
damage?
Heritage, they ended up paying us our emergency, which was over $2 million. That property went through 4 boards while we were involved. And that building is stacked with Stachybotrys, which, if you don't know what that is, that's the black mold. That's the death mold. That claim was a $60 million claim. It got to the point where we were going to have to kick unit owners out of the property because of the Stachybotrys. And it was a big fight, and the property, of course, didn't like it. We went through 4 boards of them trying to get us out. Finally, the last board created so much problems that I looked at the partners of the company. I was like, you know what? Let's just get out. If they don't want to believe that there's Stachybotrys here, they want to die, that's on them. And we need to be done with this, and we need to leave.
What is Aerial Syndicate 1910?
That's the carrier.
That's what?
The carrier.
Carrier?
Yep. Yeah, we filed a lawsuit against the carrier. And then the property, the original lawyer for the property was actually working with Paramount, and we were all a team. The board, their lawyer, our lawyer, and Paramount were a team that was working well together. They fired that lawyer because they didn't like the fact that he was reading the reports and agreeing with us and all the experts that we brought in. And they hired a new lawyer, and that lawyer, in my opinion, didn't know his tail from his head and decided that was his way of making some money. And we ended up just giving them the claim back and taking our emergency money. And they still haven't done the repairs.
Next question comes from Robert Graham. What happened to
The NIRC.
NIRC?
Yep.
Are you still involved?
It's still around. I started that because I wanted to start being a bigger voice. I was doing a lot of my sales training workshops across the country, and was hearing more and more about Mad Sky, and hearing more and more about how states were changing laws that were hurting the consumer. Because it's not about the contractor. We're not fighting to make contractors more powerful. If we give power to the consumer, the contractor, we win by that's just a byproduct. And once I learned about what the assignment of claim was and how powerful it was, it then gave the power for a contractor to step up and fight. That's when I realized, okay, here's actually a tool that can be used to actually create a fight across the country to level the playing field against the carrier and empower the consumer. So I opened up the NIRC and started my fight. What I found is, maybe people won't like me saying it, but what I found is a lot of people like to complain. A lot of people like to, point out what's wrong in the industry. But what I found as an individual is that there's only so much against the powerhouses that I can do. Lobbyists cost a lot of money. Flying across the country to go to all these meetings and all the votes and going in there to give opinions cost a lot of money. And when you want to take a fight that helps the industry, which is helping the consumer, and you have everybody complaining, but yet nobody stepping up to the plate to be a part of it, I realized that that's a fight that I am not going to pay out of my pocket and that I can't pursue. So the NIRC still is around, it still is open. I help out all the members.
Is it like membership, so you have to pay to join? How much is the membership?
Now it's $3,000 and you're in for life, because I'm not taking that fight to that level.
Okay. But what are benefits for?
We do, okay, so with the NIRC, there's several benefits. One, if you're a Storm 911 client, which is our telemarketing service, the NIRC is a nonprofit organization. So as a nonprofit organization, we don't have to scrub our list against the do not call list.
Okay.
So if you're an NIRC member, Storm 911 can call as the NIRC for our consumer, for our clients, which grows our telemarketing list. Second, We do press releases in the areas of where our clients are or our members are to build the SEO, not only for their company, but for the NIRC in that area. We also randomly call clients in that area and give our members free leads at times. So it's all about creating consumer awareness. Now, when a member comes on, it's not $3,000 and you're in. We actually do background checks on the companies. We make sure that we have a second, Global Risk Management Solutions is the company that we partnered with. Now they do background checks for Fortune 500 companies. So they actually do the background checks and then monitor that company throughout the year to make sure that they are a reputable company to have in as a member. Okay. Which then, it's all about SEO, it's about credibility, and it's about giving the consumer somebody to turn to when they need somebody. You know, you got too many of these buy here, pay here, Angie's List. I mean, we can go on about Contractor Connect. I mean, there's a lot of them out there that really don't care who's with them. They just want the money. And with me, it's not about the money with the NIRC.
So NIRC is still in business?
Yes.
It's still the whole thing?
It's just to the fight that I wanted to do.
And I have a couple questions, and this is actually was not even a question in private, but it was messaged to me privately. It was not public, that fees used to be much more.
Yes.
And there's been some disputes how much you collected or something. Can you clarify?
I don't know of any disputes of anything that I've collected.
Okay.
It used
How
to
much
be,
the fee
it was
used to-
platinum, gold, and silver. Platinum was 15,000, gold was 5, and silver was 3.
What was 15,000 for? Like what benefits were coming for 15,000?
Oh, it's been a while since I looked at all that,
So it
because
was
we
years
wiped
back?
out. Yeah, we wiped out all those because I wasn't going to take the fight to that level anymore. There was in the platforms. There was different things in the platforms. The platinum guys, they got a MaxCon subscription. It was different things. It's still on the website, I think, the different levels, but now we just do a flat.
But you don't take it. So if I would join, okay,
It's 3,000 done.
Okay.
Because we're not doing the fight to the level that we originally designed for.
If you learned something for your roofing business from this video, we have way more business videos in our Roofing Business School. Subscribe to the channel, follow us on Roofing Business School, contact if you have any questions.